So today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the second part of law of cosines. And for this one, first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to see what things to look out for this type of strategy. So just to kind of refresh our memory from yesterday, there are, on the flip side, there are two formula for law of cosines. We said that this formula above, that's for calculating the side A. And then we said that this formula is still law of cosine, but rearranged. It's meant to calculate an angle. So we're going to focus on this one today. So if you look at the formula, we have to have b squared plus c squared minus a squared, all of that being divided by 2 times b times c. And if you look at that, these information, the b, c, and a, the b and the c, are all side lengths. They're all side lengths. So that means in this particular situation, all side lengths must be given to be able to use this formula. Okay, so let's take a look at the example here. I'm just gonna write a little bit of a blurb on the top so we know. So if all 3 sides or side lengths are given, so that means we know all of their lengths, use the formula cos of A equals b squared plus c squared minus a squared divided by 2 times b times c. And I'm putting the times in brackets just to show you its multiplication. Okay, so this is kind of like what we're looking for. So if all 3 sides are given, we're going to use this formula. Now, let's see. We're going to look for angle A, solving for angle A. The way we were going to set up is that if this is the angle that we're looking for, we're trying to figure out, we're going to call that our angle A. Okay? So this is the angle theta that we're looking for. We're going to call that angle A. So if this is angle A, that automatically the opposite side to that is our little a, little side A. Okay, so far so good. And then the other 2, that's the only thing that we gotta set up. And the other 2 will be automatically B and C. Okay. So here we go. So if all 3 sides are given, this is what we use. Write down our formula. So cos of angle A equals to b squared minus c squared, plus c squared minus a squared divided by 2 times b times c. Now, like I said yesterday, this one would most likely be a 2-mark question. So the first mark will be coming from correct substitution. So cos of angle A, we don't know what angle A is, equals, we're going to replace the b with 9. So we're going to put 9 squared plus, we're going to replace the c with 6. So 6 squared minus, and then we're gonna go a squared. We're gonna replace the a with 7, so 7 squared. All of that is being divided by 2 times b again, so times 9 times c. We're gonna replace by 6. Okay, so that's set up. Now the other part to that, this is what I tell them, to all my students that I've seen. All of the numerator has to be divided by all of the denominator. Okay, so all of the numerator must be divided by all of the denominator. So how do we do this? I normally say that figure out the top number first. Figure out the numerator first. Okay? Write it down. Figure out the denominator. Write it down. Okay? So we're going to do it step by step so that it's less confusing. So let's just do just that. Let's figure out the top, the numerator. So 9 squared plus 6, 9 squared okay, so I just figured out the numerator, the top number of the fractions, 68. Now let's do the denominator. 2 times. Okay, so far so good. So that one is not too bad. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go cos of A. The next step is to take 68 divided by 108. Well, we could do that, right? 68 divided by 108. So that gives us 0.629. Oh, that's a pattern. 629, 629, 629. Any idea what we're gonna do next? Square root, okay. Let's see. Remember, we have to get the a alone, so we have to get rid of cos. We have to get rid of cos. So how do we get rid of cos? To get rid of the cos, we gotta do the cos inverse. So if I cos inverse this side, I gotta be fair. On the other side, I gotta be fair. Cos inverse this number. So cos inverse and cos cancel each other out. Those two cancel each other out. So A is equal to whatever the cos inverse of this number. So let's do that. Find the cos inverse of that. Answer. Did you get 50.98? What we're gonna do is we're gonna leave it to 2 decimal places. So 50.98 degrees, because it's an angle. So that's that part right there. 50.98 degrees. Is that good? It's okay? That's example 1. Hello? Okay. We're going to try example number 2. Okay, we'll try example number 2. What do we see here? We see that 3 sides are given. 3 sides are given, so that tells us that we're going to use the cosine law. I'm actually going to start here. Cos A equals to b squared plus c squared minus a squared divided by 2 times b times c. So this is what we're looking for, this theta, that angle, that opening. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to call this angle A. This is our angle A. And that, because this is angle A, the one opposite to that angle is side A. And then the 2 sides will just the B and then the C, or BC, doesn't matter. So B and little c. Okay, so the next step is the substitution part. So let's go ahead and put that in. So cos of angle A is equals to b squared. So b, we're going to replace by 8 squared, plus c, we're going to replace by 9, so 9 squared, minus 16 squared. And then the denominator is 2 times b, which is 8, times c, which is 9. Okay. I'm running out of room, so I'm just going to go back up here. We're going to figure out the top number, numerator. We're going to figure out the bottom number, the denominator. So let's do that. Got a negative 111. Did everybody get negative 111? Yeah? Okay. Don't be like wondering, it's like, oh, what did I do wrong? It's okay. Yeah, we're gonna get a negative number. That's okay for that one. And I'll tell you when you could get a positive number, when you can get a negative number. Okay, let's take a look at the bottom. The bottom is 2 times 8 times 9. So 2 okay, 114. Okay. So cos of angle A is equals to negative 111 divided by 114. Is it 100? Oh, no, it's 144. 144, not 114. So negative 111 I'll fix that. 144 divided by 144. It's negative 0.7708333333. Okay. Now we have to get rid of the cos. The only way to get rid of the cos is a cos inverse. So take the cos inverse of that side. I gotta take the cos inverse of this side. So the cos and cos inverse cancel each other out. Okay, I still have this number, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cos inverse this. The answer is 140.43 degrees. 140.43 degrees. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you that when you have a negative number, when you end up with a negative number, for cosine law, it means that it's going to be over 90 degrees. Over 90 degrees. Okay, and then you look at this number, yeah, it's over 90 degrees, 140. Okay, so now we can now what we could do is we could continue working on this. Question D, E, F, and G. And we're spending some time in here to complete those, because I know some people maybe don't have like time to complete the assignment, but now this one here it's a good time to do that. Okay, so those 4 questions, give those questions a try. If you have any questions, bring them up and I'll take a look at your questions. Okay, so that's basically it, and yeah, we're just basically working. Any questions?